Oh, what's up, guys? Cody today with a Pantheon game. So, I don't really play Pantheon. This is one of my first games on Pantheon. It was really kind of my first game in general, or at least for a long while. I can't remember if I ever played them before this, but played this day when I was playing them. I played them one day before. I played them one game before this, and I was just lagging super hard, so it was like really, really bad, to the point where it was unplayable. So I wasn't really gonna count that as a game. Which we won that game somehow. I still ended rather good in that game, even though I was lagging through the whole thing. But so yeah, Pantheon. The reason why I'm starting to play him, I really wanted to start to learn how to play him, because I want him in my champion pool. And the reason for that is because I really need some more top lane picks, especially since top lane was like my go-to thing. And then Gameplan got nerfed, and so now I just like. Gameplan was my main guy, and so I don't know what to do anymore. I went Kale for a while, but she just didn't really she was good, but not against everybody. So she's more of like a situational matchup, and I can't just blind pick Kale right now just because it's just too bad. If I go into a bad matchup, I just become useless. Okay. So, Pantheon still didn't quite know my limits as Pantheon yet, but I knew Renekton's limits since I play Renekton. And I kind of, if you saw on that first trade that I had, it did not go all that great for me. And the only reason why I'm doing decent in trades right now is because that he's near tower. But you can see I'm running out of mana. I'm having to spam my potions to get all my mana back, because I've been having to try to use my mana to farm up to get what I can, because I know that if I go too aggressive on Renekton, he'll probably kill me since I don't have the mana to back myself up. So I really need Gragas to come up here to even out the odds. And he does come, and this turns around the whole game for me, because right here I W onto him, he has to dash away, he uses his next dash, and I just flash to get him, and he burns his flash. So I'm really happy with that, because Pantheon wants to get an early lead. If he doesn't get an early lead, then he gets really screwed over. And it really hurts him, because Pantheon is an early game champion. So he does not do well late game at all. So you really need to get snowballing early on. And if you can't do that, then you're worthless pretty much. So that's one of the things I knew I had to be doing as Pantheon. So I knew I had to really be trying to bully him. And as you can see right now, the trades are getting much better for me, going up against this Renekton. They are getting much better for me than what they first were, because with that kill, I was able to get some items, able to actually back. And yeah, right now it's starting to turn out really good for me. And Renekton doesn't have any sustain without his without minions. So if Renekton doesn't have minions, I know that I can beat him, because if I just deny him minions, he's not gonna get health back. And right here, he gets way too close to me, and I just W onto him and kill him. So that was Renekton being dumb. And that's one of the things about Pantheon. It's one of the things about a lot of people with gap closers and stuns and lots of damage is that if you do not respect if you do not respect them, or if you just don't know how to play against them, then they will just kill you and just snowball out of control. So right there, I was spamming all my abilities to push out the way faster, because I really wanted to go back and get my mana back, so that way I could come back with full mana. So right here, I was gonna ult over in here to try to get something, but they all left. The enemy left, so I was like, okay, well, let's not do that then, and let's go back to top lane. So I ult back to top lane to try to get there faster, maybe potentially get some damage off on Renekton. It doesn't quite happen, but it's whatever. So I am kind of bullying him out with my E and my Q at this stage of the game. I'm only using my W when I really want to go in for a trade that I feel like is going to be worthwhile for me. Because like if I don't really have minions around, like right here, he uses his E, so I know that I can start spamming my abilities on him, and it takes him down a pretty good chunk of health. So he's got like nothing left, so I know that all I have to do is if he gets out of position once, he dies just like that, because you know, as soon as he walks back towards the minions to farm, because he's not a good player obviously, which is one of the things Pantheon does amazingly well against, is bad players. And so, you know, as soon as Renekton decides to come back and try and get a minion and fails at it, then, you know, he's done. So, yeah. So, yeah, Pantheon is just really good at just taking out, just snowballing the game. And so Renekton can't fight me now at all. But he's not going to really learn that. For whatever reason, he just doesn't quite understand the concept that I have more damage output than him, and that I have a stun. So I don't know what it is with this guy, but he doesn't even really ward that much either. So yeah, not like it really makes a difference. But so he burns his abilities on me, so I know I can W in and try to do damage on him, try to trade with him. And it was kind of an even trade, but I have potions and he doesn't, so I win because I can sustain back up when he needs minions to do that. And that's one of the weaknesses of Renekton that I'm exploiting with this, is that he needs minions to sustain back up. So, and he's kind of figuring out that he cannot fight me at this point in time. Kind of. He's playing really far back. He knows that like he has to respect my damage output now. He has to just play just far back, and I know that I see that that's what he's doing, and I gotta try to. What I have to do is just bully him out of any minions possible. So yeah, whenever he comes up for a minion, I have to just W on him and just throw everything out. So he's pinging for help at this point in time, and I kind of know Tom Kinch is in the area. So I see Tom Kinch there, and I'm gonna flash over the wall. I could potentially W'd back on Renekton to kill him, but Tom Kinch could have just as easily just autoed me and eaten me up to make me deal nothing. And that risk was not going to be worth it. So, yeah, that was me not warding there, because I could have warded. I had one on me, and I was too far up without wards anyways. So that was just not smart on my part. So, as Pantheon, you want to be looking to like roam around and ult down somewhere. Unfortunately, I was walking top at this point in time, so I had a TP down here, and I end up dying anyways. Unfortunately, And that's what I get for trying to help my team out. And yeah. So they end up getting kills though, which is good for them. At this stage of the game, right now I lost my tower for that, which is not necessarily the best of things. Because my gold lead is kind of non-existent without that tower. Kind of. Because he was on par with me for CS, so him getting that tower helps his team out and helps him out, because now that means he can go and be helpful in team fights. Yeah. So as you can see right now, I have I'm building the typical Pantheon build for this game. I've got Yomus, I've got Swifties. I'm building a Black Cleaver right now. Yomus is really helpful for me this game because it allows me to move around faster to catch up to people. And I don't know what it is with Renekton, but he just does not understand the fact that he cannot fight me. But unfortunately, though, I can't push without vision. So Renekton, he gets me down really low because I just get stupid, and he has Titanic. But you know what? It doesn't matter because I end up killing him anyways. So because it was kind of a risky play for me, but it wasn't that risky because I knew like all I had to do was Q him because my Q was going to do a ton of damage to him. For those of you that don't know, Pantheon's Q does crits enemies when they're under 15% health. So right now, like what keeps happening at this stage of the game is I can't get the tower because I don't have enough vision. And yeah, okay. Renekton gets dumb here and tries to go in on me just very slightly, and I know that I have my stun up, so all I have to do is just W onto him and just kill him. Because a lot of times in these fights, if I don't kill them with the first rotation, all I have to do is just run away, wait for my spells to be back up, and then go back in. So I want to go help my team. As Pantheon, you want to flank the enemy more so than anything else. But what happens a lot of times in this game is that I don't really get that opportunity. And because all I want to do is I want to get this tower. That's all I want to do is get this tower. And I can finally get the tower now because I have red buff and Renekton is down bot, or was mid. And then he TP's in, and I'm like, oh, well, so much for that. So, I really want the tower though. Renekton tries to fight me, and Gragas just comes in and helps me finish him off. With Gragas here, I'm finally gonna be able to get this tower, finally, and yeah, my early, as you can see, I'm 8-1 right now. My early game lead that I got is really prevalent, and I'm going to be, I deal quite a bit of damage to enemies. So right here, I W, auto again, and just finish him off pretty much. And then Tom Kench, even though he's pretty tanky, we take him down. Our Lux ends up like huge this game. But yeah, that's pretty much Pantheon. We end up winning the game, I think. Yeah. We end up winning the game, or my team surrenders right as we're finishing off their base. One or the other. And I don't know. It was one of those. I think I can't really remember. I played a lot of games, but pretty much the game just keeps going on and on like this, and so I'm not gonna really bore. But pretty much pretty much as Pantheon, I get caught out here. As Pantheon, what I think that I should be trying to do, since I don't, once again, I don't play Pantheon. I haven't played a lot of them yet. But I think what I should be trying to do is get an early lead in lane. Well, that was just terrible for. Get an early lead in lane. Get the tower. Try to make some TP plays down bot or roam down bot after you back and ult in to try to get kills down there, and then flank the enemy in team fights just by ulting onto them, and just doubling onto either a carry or whoever you need to focus down or stop. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I was having a lot of fun with Pantheon. It was like kind of easy. He's like similar to what I like to play, because I do like to win lane. But like he had burst, but he didn't have enough burst to kill somebody instantly. So like you had to do it like 2 or 3 times, which is kind of weird. And then if it's a good opponent, then they're just then you're just denying them CS at that point, which is still good. But yeah, I'm just gonna stop it here. So because we end up winning the game. I've got a huge lead. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, subscribe if you did, and see you in the next one. Thanks.